Yuji,
Hmm?
you're a strong kid, so try to help others.
Yuji Itadori looks like a shonen protagonist. Pink hair, strong, athletic, gifted. He's kind, he's selfless, and he wants to save people. But Jujutsu Kaisen was never interested in rewarding those traits. Because Yuji Itadori isn't the hero of a power fantasy, he's the center of a tragedy. And if one person hadn't intervened at the exact moment Yuji was about to break completely, he would have become something very different. Today, let's talk about why Yuji Itadori was never meant to be a traditional protagonist, and why Mahito was supposed to corrupt him, and why Aoi Todo is the reason Yuji is still himself. From the very beginning, Yuji's story is framed around death. Not destiny, not greatness, death. His grandfather's final words don't inspire ambition, they place a burden on him. Help people and die surrounded by others. Yuji doesn't want to be the strongest. He doesn't want fame or recognition. He just wants deaths to mean something. And that's already a problem. Because Jujutsu Kaisen is a world where death is meaningless, brutal, and random. Yuji's kindness isn't the strength here, it's a vulnerability. And the story never stops punishing him for it.
And that's why you'll die. Idol transfer.
Mahito isn't just Yuji's enemy. He's his mirror. Mahito believes humans are toys, malleable, disposable, shapeless, and that's why his cursed technique matches him so well. And Yuji, more than anyone, proves his point. Junpei's death isn't just tragic, it's instructional. Mahito doesn't just kill Junpei to win a fight, he does it to teach Yuji a lesson. That kindness doesn't save people, that effort doesn't matter, that life has no inherent value. And for the first time, Yuji breaks. He doesn't scream like a hero. He doesn't vow revenge with confidence. He collapses. That's not a protagonist moment. That's the birth of despair.
You little brat. Be sure to savor this feeling forever.
Shibuya is where Yuji's story stops being subtle. Sukuna uses Yuji's body to massacre thousands, and Yuji remembers every second of it. This is where most shonen protagonists would harden, turn rage into resolve, pain into power. Yuji does the opposite. He internalizes the blame. He doesn't say, "This isn't my fault." He says,
Die! Only me! Only me!
and that's what exactly what Mahito wants. Mahito doesn't want Yuji dead. He wants him empty. A human who kills because he has to. Who fights without believing life matters anymore. A curse wearing human skin. Yuji is one step away from becoming that.
Kugisaki.
There is a moment quiet, terrifying, and easy to miss, where Yuji stops fighting back emotionally. Not physically, emotionally. He accepts that he's just a cog in the machine, that killing curses is all he's good for, that his feelings don't matter. This isn't growth. This was surrender. Mahito wins here. Not because of Yuji loses a fight, but because Yuji stops seeing himself as human. And then... Aoi Todos shows up. Loud, ridiculous, violent, and exactly what Yuji needs. Todo doesn't comfort Yuji. He doesn't validate his despair. He doesn't tell him it's okay to give up. He demands his brother to stand. Not as a weapon, not as a curse, but as a person who still chooses to fight. A jujutsu sorcerer. Todo reminds Yuji of something Mahito tried to erase. That meaning isn't found at the end of suffering. It's created in the act of continuing. Todo doesn't save Yuji by killing Mahito. He saves him by refusing to let Yuji define himself by guilt alone. Yuji Itadori doesn't win because he's special. He doesn't overcome evil with destiny. He doesn't outgrow pain. He survives. Barely. And that's why he's not a traditional protagonist. His story isn't about becoming something greater. It's about not becoming something worse. Mahito represents what Yuji could have been. Todo represents the one human connection that stopped it. And in Jujutsu Kaisen, that might be the greatest victory of all. Yuji Itadori is still a tragedy in motion. A boy forced to carry sins he didn't commit. A weapon that refuses to stop caring. A human who should have been broken but didn't. But not because of the world was kind to him, but because at the moment he needed it the most, someone believed he was worth saving. And sometimes that's the only thing standing between a human and a curse. And that's why Aoi Todo is the GOAT! If you enjoyed this essay, consider liking, subscribing, and share your thoughts below. And remember, not every protagonist is meant to rise. Some are meant to endure. Thank you for watching. This is Midnight Cravings.